Hello, hello. Is this thing on? Check, check. Isaac, are we live?
We are live. The red light is glowing a beautiful solid red. We are recording.
Yes, we did it. Welcome to the living room, everybody.
Welcome to the studio, which is also the living room. But it sounds great in here. The acoustics are perfect.
They really are. Well, hi, everyone. I'm Maddy.
And I'm Isaac.
And this is the very first episode of The Habit of Travel, which is wild to say out loud.
It feels amazing. We've been talking about doing this for so long, and now we're actually doing it. This is episode 1.
Episode 1. So if you're listening to this, you might be wondering who we are and why we're in your ears.
Valid questions. Why aren't you listening to a murder mystery podcast right now, or a history podcast?
Because you want to see the world, and we're here to help you do it. We are a husband and wife team, we are in our 20s, and we have a major obsession with travel.
Obsession is the right word. It's a lifestyle. It's the best kind of sickness.
It is, but I think our story is a little different than the typical travel influencer story you see on TikTok.
Yeah, we didn't sell a tech startup for millions. We didn't convert a school bus into a tiny home, even though that looks cool.
It does look cool, but we like our indoor plumbing. We have normal jobs, we have a mortgage, we have normal bills, but we manage to travel a lot, and we travel well.
We travel suspiciously well for people in our tax bracket. It's honestly my favorite magic trick.
It really is a magic trick, but it wasn't always like this, and I think that's where we need to start today, the origin story.
The before times.
The before times, because Isaac, we were not always on the same page about how to travel.
We were on different planets.
Before we get into the travel, though, we should probably give people a tiny bit of context on what we actually do all day, because I think our day jobs actually explain our personalities really well.
That is true. It sets the stage for how we operate.
So for context, I'm a nanny. I work for one family and they have 4 kids, ages 2, 4, 8, and 10.
Which is an incredible amount of energy to manage.
It is. It's diapers, it's tantrums, it's geometry homework. My entire life is crisis management and negotiation. I have to stretch a dollar, finding deals on activities, and basically pivoting when things go wrong every 5 minutes.
You are the chaos coordinator, and you're so good at it.
Thanks. And then there's you.
I work in tech as a QA analyst, quality assurance, and support. So basically, I spend my day looking for things that are broken, assessing risk, and following rules to make sure things work perfectly.
You are the safety net.
I love being the safety net. I like structure. I like knowing that A leads to B. So when we travel, you bring the let's figure it out and find a deal energy, and I bring the is this safe and let's execute the plan perfectly energy.
And those two energies clashed hard in the beginning.
They really did, because before you intervened, I was the type of traveler who paid what I call the lazy tax.
Oh, the lazy tax.
It makes me laugh now, but basically I thought that the price you saw on Google Flights or Expedia was the price, period. End of story.
A fixed number, like buying milk at the grocery store.
Exactly. I thought, okay, a flight to London is $1,200. I guess I just have to save $1,200.
I paid for convenience.
I thought deal hunting was just complicated.
You wanted it to be easy.
I did. I thought, I'm an adult. Adults pay full price. That's just how the world works. I wanted to click a button and be done.
I remember when we were dating, you told me about a trip you booked, and I asked how much the flight was. Do you remember my face?
You looked like you were in physical pain. You actually gagged. You choked on your water.
Because you spent so much for economy, middle seat.
Hey, it was an aisle seat. I have always had standards.
Barely, but that was the moment I realized, oh, this man needs help. He needs an intervention.
And you staged one. You literally sat me down at the kitchen table with my credit card statement. And honestly, it changed my life.
It was necessary. I'm wired to find the loophole. I see a price tag and I think, that's a suggestion.
See, and that is where we differ. My brain says, that is the rule. Your brain says, that is a challenge.
It is a challenge. It's a game. It's like a puzzle. How do we get from point A to point B in the most luxurious way possible for the least amount of money?
It really is a game to you, and now it's a game to me too. But back then, I catch you at 2 a.m. on your phone and you're looking at airline award charts like a mad scientist.
It's soothing. It relaxes me.
If we transfer points to Virgin Atlantic during a 30% bonus, it sounded like gibberish to me at first, but now I speak the language.
You do, but you were so skeptical at first.
I was. I thought it was too good to be true. I look for failure points. That's my nature. We're going to fly business class for $50 in taxes. I thought, Maddie, are we going to jail?
Jail. You have such little faith.
But you showed me. Do you remember that first trip, the one that converted me?
Oh, the conversion trip. I remember it vividly.
We're boarding, and usually I turn right. I shuffle past the nice seats, but this time you grabbed my arm and pulled me left.
The magical left turn.
And we sat in these pods, lay-flat seats, and the flight attendant, who was nicer to me than anyone has ever been in my life, handed me a glass of champagne before we even took off.
And what did you say to me?
I whispered, "This is the greatest day of my life."
You were beaming.
I felt like I won the lottery. I looked at the receipt in my head, what we paid in taxes, and then I looked at the champagne and I realized, oh, I have been doing this wrong my whole life.
That's the booty of it. That's the habit. It's realizing that the luxury experience isn't reserved for millionaires. It's reserved for people who pay attention.
And that was the moment. I took one sip of that champagne, stretched my legs out fully, and I said, okay, I'm in. Whatever you need me to do, sign me up for the credit cards. I am a believer.
You sold your soul for legroom.
I absolutely did, and I would do it again in a heartbeat. Legroom is happiness.
And that's really why we started this podcast. We want to bridge that gap for people because there are so many people like old Isaac out there.
Don't talk about old Isaac. He didn't know any better, but he represents most people. Most people think travel is just expensive and hard.
And something you do someday.
The someday trap. That's a big one.
It's huge. We hear it all the time from friends. Oh, we'll travel when we get promoted. We'll travel when the kids are older. We'll travel when we retire.
And honestly, waiting is a scam. Life is short. You don't know what's going to happen. Let's go now.
And honestly, traveling in your 20s or 30s or whenever you are right now is different than traveling when you're 70.
Yeah, I want to hike Machu Picchu now while my knees are still good. I want to eat the spicy street food now.
Exactly. There is an energy you have now, a curiosity, and travel shapes you.
It really does. It forces you to be adaptable, especially when things go wrong.
And things do go wrong. We shouldn't lie to the people.
Oh, we are not going to lie. This is an Instagram. We are going to tell you about the disasters. Disasters are just funny stories waiting to happen.
Can we talk about the month mix-up?
Oh, the month mix-up. Classic. Okay, so full transparency. Maddie is the visionary. I check the details.
And we both failed this time.
We failed hard. We showed up at a hotel. I won't say which country to protect their dignity. We roll up, luggage in hand, sweating, jet-lagged. We walk to the desk with our confirmation printed out because I love my paper copies.
You do love your paper copies. You had your folder.
I had my folder. I was so prepared. And the guy looks at the paper, looks at the computer, looks at us, and says, "Sir, this reservation is for October."
And it was September. Pause.
It was September 15th.
The silence in that lobby was deafening.
I think I stopped breathing for a second. We realized we are homeless in a foreign country.
But we figured it out. We went into problem-solving mode. We found a weird little motel down the street. It smelled like old soup.
It definitely smelled like soup, but hey, it had a bed, and we laughed about it eventually, like 3 days later.
But that's the point. If you only travel once every 5 years and you pay $5,000 for that trip, a mistake like that is a tragedy. It ruins the whole trip.
It's devastating.
But when you travel all the time, when it's a habit, a mistake is just a Tuesday. It's just a funny story for the podcast.
That's such a good point. Volume lowers the stakes. If one trip is a C minus, it's okay because we have another one booked next month.
Exactly. And that brings us to the habit part of the name. Why the habit of travel?
Well, contrast it with the vacation.
Right. A vacation is usually an escape. You hate your job, you're burnt out, so you flee to a beach for a week to numb the pain.
And then you come back and you're even more depressed because you spent all your money and you have 4,000 unread emails.
Too real, too real. But a habit is different. It's proactive. It's part of your lifestyle. It's like going to the gym.
Exactly. You don't go to the gym once a year for 24 hours and expect to get ripped. You go consistently.
Right. You build it into your daily rhythm. But to make travel a habit, especially on our salaries, you have to be smart. We can't blow cash. We have to be sustainable.
Which brings us to the sacrifice, because we do make sacrifices. It's not magic. We have to be conscious about where our money goes.
It's about fighting lifestyle creep. That's the biggest thing.
Yes, we are conscious spenders. We don't have the newest iPhones every year. We don't buy new clothes constantly. We cook at home a lot.
We do. We aren't out at bars or fancy dinners every weekend dropping $150. Like when I look at just a $50 dinner, I think, that's 5,000 points. Or that's a hostel night. I translate dollars into travel.
It's a sickness, really, but it works. We funnel everything into the adventure fund.
And my friends ask me sometimes, Maddie, how are you going to Paris again? Didn't you just get back? And it's awkward to explain.
What do you tell them?
I tell them, well, I haven't bought a Starbucks in 3 years and Isaac has a spreadsheet. I make my coffee at home and I hunt for points like it's my second job.
Basically, but it's worth it. For us, it's worth it. We decided that experiences matter more than stuff. I'd rather have the memories of Japan than a new purse.
Well, you wouldn't buy a purse, but I get the sentiment.
Hey, I might buy a nice backpack.
True. So, what can people expect from this podcast now that they know we're crazy people who obsess over credit card points?
We want to be tactical. I want to give people the actual steps, not just travel is great, but here is how you book that flight.
The Maddy method.
The Maddy method, I like that. We're going to talk about credit cards, how to pick them, how not to ruin your credit.
Which is a big fear. I was terrified of that.
We'll talk about finding deals, how to use Google Flights like a pro.
And we'll talk about the disasters and the logistics. I'll share my QA checklists.
I love a checklist. I have a spreadsheet that is color-coded.
It is beautiful. It tells you exactly when to leave for the airport to maximize lounge time but minimize anxiety. It's an art form.
It is art. It's helpful.
It is, I'll admit it.
We also want to hear from you guys. We want to build a little community here.
Yes, if you have questions, send them in. We want to be your resource.
If you want to know how to get an upgrade, ask Maddy.
I can try, no guarantees, but I have tricks.
She has a smile that works wonders. I just stand behind her holding the bags, smiling and handling the logistics.
It's a team effort. The support husband strategy is very effective.
I do what I can.
Before we wrap up this first episode, and thank you, by the way, if you're still listening to us ramble, we have a little homework.
Homework on the first day?
I like structure. I want everyone listening to take out their phone or a sticky note, and I want you to write down your dream trip.
The big one, the one you think is impossible.
Maybe it's a safari. Maybe it's an overwater bungalow in Bora Bora. Maybe it's just eating pizza in Naples.
Write it down and then ask yourself, why not now?
Exactly. What is actually stopping you? Is it money? Is it time? Is it fear?
Because usually the barrier is smaller than you think, and if the barrier is money, Maddy can fix that.
I can fix that. And Isaac can fix the logistics.
I'll handle the spreadsheets.
So stick with us. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next episodes. We're going to be diving into everything from the practical how-to tips to the actual highlights of our trips.
It's going to be a mix of strategy, storytelling, and adventure. We're taking you along for the whole ride.
Exactly. You can find us on all the socials at The Habit of Travel. We share deals, tips, and behind-the-scenes chaos.
And I mostly just try to keep us organized and on time. It's honest work.
It really is. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out in our living room. I'm Maddie.
And I'm Isaac.
And this has been the Habit of Travel podcast. Go book a flight.
Bye.
See ya.